everyone, my name is Judith Egbe Eche. Today we're going to be looking at how to start and run a successful hair care brand. Starting a hair care brand is not as easy as it seems. There are steps that you need to follow. There are things you need to put into consideration before launching a hair care brand. So today I'm going to be giving us some few steps that will help us to start and run a successful hair care brand. The first step to starting a hair care brand is to commit your work into the hands of the Lord. Proverbs 16 verse 3 says, commit your ways unto the Lord and He will establish your plan. To make God your first priority for you to succeed in life generally, I believe everything you need to commit into God's hand. You need to pray to God about it. You need to ask for direction from the Holy Spirit. You need to talk to God about what your plans are and everything, and you hear what God has to say concerning it. The second step is to know your why. You need to know why you're starting. Why are you starting? Are you starting because you're passionate about the business? Are you starting because formulation is something you're passionate about? Are you starting because of the money? Are you starting because everyone is starting a hair care line? Are the things you need to sit down and ask yourself before starting a hair care brand. You don't have a why, you don't have a reason, you will not go far, you will not make headway, you will not make progress. Because it's the why that will keep you going when the going gets tough. As a startup business, you will not be getting the return that you desire, because the money that is coming in, you are reinvesting it back into the business. You are trying to get more tools, more raw materials to grow your product, to grow your business. So you see that you need the why to keep you going. If you don't have a why, you don't have a purpose, the Z will not be there for you to keep going. At the stage, you might even get frustrated and decide to back out of the business. Step number 3, you need to learn how to formulate. Go for trainings, learn how to formulate right. When you learn how to formulate, do not be in a hurry to launch your hair care brand. Rather, practice what you've learned. Master the art of formulation. I know we all want to cash out. That is one of the essence of starting the brand. No matter the passion you have, you still want money from it. But in the process of looking for money, we should not end up tarnishing our name and our image. We should make sure whatever we are bringing to the public is safe and is effective. That is another thing that you need to know. So you need to understand your ingredients. You need to do a research on your ingredients, on how they work, on how they react, the danger sign. The training you are going for, you're not going to learn everything in the training. You are going for training to understand the basics of formulation. Even cooking, most time we are taught the basics. The tweaking and everything we do is from our own experience. So that is how formulating is as well. When I started my hair care line, at that time I had no plan to start a hair care line. I was suffering from severe hair damage. I transitioned, taking everything would be wow. No, everything was just getting from bad to worse. And because I didn't have much knowledge about hair, so I have to go for proper training on how to formulate. I started formulating products for myself and my daughter. My intention was just to formulate for my personal use, my daughter's use. So I didn't plan monetizing it as at that time. But after some time, I started getting positive review from people, and you know, the entrepreneurship lady in me just woke up that wow, you'll be praying for a business, the business has come, this is the opportunity for you to start making money. I prayed about it and I started my brand. But as at the time I started my brand, I didn't have knowledge about a lot of things. I just thought that yes, because I know how to formulate products, my products are nice, they are effective, a lot of people have given me positive review, so I should just start selling immediately. I didn't know there were steps, there were things I need to put into consideration. I didn't know I was supposed to study the market. I didn't know I was supposed to understand my audience. I didn't know I was supposed to use social medias and all that. I just felt I could just start making sales immediately because my products were effective. So you need to understand these simple things before launching a hair care brand. It will help you not to be stranded. When you learn how to formulate, practice what you've learned over and over again. Don't be in a hurry to start cashing out. Before thinking of monetizing your product, you need to understand your raw materials. You need to have formulated over and over with each raw material that you're bringing out to the public for sale. You need to understand how your raw materials react after a period of time. You need to understand how the finished product reacts after a period of time. You need to have tested your product on persons around. You need to have gotten positive review from 5 or 6 persons before you can confidently say, yes, I want to sell my product. Don't be in a hurry to launch your brand. Don't be in a hurry to start cashing out. In the process of cashing out, you might end up destroying your brand image. At the time you are starting up a business, your focus should be to guide your integrity, to start up a good brand that with a good name, start at making a bad name for yourself. That is already the downfall of your business. When you have learned how to formulate, while you are still practicing how to formulate deep conditioner, hydrous products, you can start off with anhydrous products such as hair growth oil. Hair growth oil, because it's kind of easy to formulate as long as you understand your measurements and the herbs you're adding and all that to your oils. So you can start off with that one. While you're cashing out with that, while you're using that to study the market, to understand people's turn up, people's reaction to your product, you will be studying the other products, the ingredients, how they are reacting. When I started my hair brand, I didn't launch my brand immediately. I formulated for a year before I eventually launched even my hair growth oil. I wanted to be sure what I was bringing out to the public. I didn't want to bring out something that would tarnish my brand image. I remember when I just started formulating, after 2 weeks, there was serious microbial growth in my deep conditioner. Just imagine if, because I just learned how to formulate, I started formulating immediately for sales. What would have been the outcome? It would have tarnished my brand image even before it started. Another step to starting a hair care line is you need to understand the shelf life of your product. You can't say my product will last a year if you just started formulating and after a month your product already in the market. You need to have used your product or kept it in the house for a year and you tested it and saw that everything is okay before you can boldly say, yes, my product can last for a year. Because after 3 months, you don't know what next will follow. The product might separate, there might be microbial growth, the fragrance might die off, the pH might drop, and all those things. If you have money, take your product to the lab for stability testing, preservative efficacy testing before selling out your brand. But if you are just starting small, most time when you're starting small, you don't have the means because you are buying a lot of things. You have to buy your lab tools, raw materials, and all that. You might not have the means to be taking your product to the lab for stability testing. So when you don't have the money to do stability testing, you need to devise other way to test your product, because you need to be sure that what you are bringing to the market is safe and effective before you can sell it out, so that you don't harm other people with your product. You may put an instruction on your label, keep in a cool place away from sunlight, but definitely not all clients will adhere to that. The person that is buying it might not be as careful as you when using your product. So that is why you need to test your product under different conditions before bringing out to the market. And when you test them under those conditions and you see they're able to survive, then you can be bold enough to say, yes, my product can stay for 1 year. But if you've not tested your product for 1 year, don't put on your label that your product can stay for a year. The number of months you tested your product is the duration, which is the shelf life of your product. You need to be sure that your product can stand the test of time. So you need to devise way to know the shelf life of your product. If you have the means, please take your product to the lab for stability testing so that you can be able to know the shelf life and to know if your product, the preservative are effective. Another thing you need to know when starting a hair care line, you need to create a label for your business. You need a logo. You need to go to a graphic designer. If you can design yourself, you can use Canva, you can use Pixel Lab, you can use whatever means you want to use to design. If you can do it yourself, it will save you cost, because at this initial stage you need the money for everything, so you need to save cost. Like my label, my logo, I designed the logo myself, I designed the label myself, but because I don't have the printer, after designing I sent it to the printer and they printed it and sent it back to me. So I did the graphics work myself. There are things you need to know when designing a label. You need your brand logo, your brand name, the product name. This is hydrating leave-in conditioner for low porosity hair. Then you need to put your expiry date, the batch number, expiry date, manufacturing date. You need to put the quantity, the mils or the gram, whatever you are formulate the product, the quantity of the product you are selling. Another thing, you need to put maybe your social media handle, your address, then your phone number for contact if people want to contact you for any reason. Then you need to put the direction for use, how people can easily use the products, the description on how to use your product. Then another important thing, to put your ingredient list. Whoever is buying a product for you need to know what is going into their hair. So you need to put out your ingredient list. Don't conceal your ingredient list from the public. If I'm buying any product that doesn't have an ingredient list, I don't think I'll be using it on my hair, because I don't know if it's safe. I don't know if I'm allergic to any of those things that are on the ingredient list. So I need to know what goes into my hair. So that is why whenever you are writing out your product label, make sure you have an ingredient list. This is my ingredient list in descending order. Distilled water is the number 1 because it's a hydrating leave-in conditioner. So definitely water will be the first on the list. So you need to put your ingredient list. It is very, very, very important. A lot of people don't like putting their ingredient list. I don't know that whatever reason, but please, if you're starting out a hair care line, try to put out your ingredient list. It will make your client to trust you. It will make them to know you are genuine. It will make people to believe in you, and they'll say, yes, you know what you're doing. I, for instance, I would not want to buy something that I don't know what is inside. I don't know whether I'm allergic to any of the ingredients. So I myself, I want to get something that I know what is inside. So when you are doing your label, make sure you write out the ingredient list. It is very, very, very important. Another thing is social media handles. You need to have an Instagram account, a Facebook account, a LinkedIn account if you are the type that have a LinkedIn, a Twitter account, whatever account on social media that you know you're good at. You need to be able to market your product on social media. You need to set up social media handles. That is the easiest way to market your product, because I, for example, I'm an introvert. I'm not so much of a social media person. Before, I'm the kind of person that posts maybe once in a year, but now, wow, all my energy is on Facebook. I started posting content, creating content on my Facebook, teaching about hair care, hair and all that. Giving people the awareness that yes, so I'm into so thing right now and all that. Then I started posting my product. I started running Facebook ad, posting on my WhatsApp status. That was how I started getting clients. I started getting a prospect, and I started making sales. So you need social media handle. If you're an introvert like me, introverts will not help you sell your products. You need to come out of your shell, and you need to start making money for yourself. So by God's grace, next year I will set up my Instagram very well. Now my Instagram is just dormant. I'm not great because I don't know much about Instagram. Why my energy is on Facebook. I'm still studying the Instagram. So you need social media handles to market your product, because the world has become digital. Even the market woman wants to come on social media to sell her market. So without social media, I don't know, in this digital age, how you'll be able to market your brand. If you're selling offline, social media will help you to reach a larger audience, a larger crowd, people you don't even know. You might start shipping your product outside your country through social media. So you see the importance of social media. You need social media handles to grow your business. Another thing you'll need is a website. If you have the financial means, launch a website for your brand. You need to start up a website. But if you don't have the means, you can just start up with the social media handle. As you start making money, you start up a website. These are the things you need to start up a hair care line. Another thing you'll be needing are the legal backup. You need to register your business with your corporate bodies of whatever country you are. In Nigeria here, we register with CAC. You need to register your product with NAFTA. As a new startup, you might not have the means to do all the legal stuff you need, but while selling your product, that is why you need to be careful of whatever you're selling, because whatever comes out of it, you're on your own. There is nobody to back you up because you're not fully registered. So you need to try to register your product with NAFTA. It's very, very, very important. You need to do all your legal papers, your CAC registration, your NAFTA registration, and all that for your business, so that you can confidently sell your product without harassment from anybody, without fear of anything. You need to look for good suppliers, especially if you're in Nigeria here. You might not know the right places to buy the right product. You need to look for good vendors that sell quality raw materials, because it's possible you don't have the means to buy in large quantity yet. So you are starting small. You'll be buying smaller quantities, and if you are not getting from the right source, you might buy products that have been diluted because people want to make more profit, and in returns it will affect your formulation, affect the outcome of your work, and it might even tarnish your brand image. So what I do, since my product is not yet registered with NAFTA, I don't have the financial means to register my product yet. What I do, I raw materials from NAFTA certified vendors. If you are in Nigeria here, I want to advise you, if you're just starting out, buy products from NAFTA certified vendors. You are sure of what you're getting. Yes, their raw materials are a bit on the high side compared to the local market, but I want to assure you that when you buy from them, their products are authentic. They are directly from the manufacturers. They've not been diluted. I remember when I just started formulating, I bought a preservative. Even as a newbie, I knew that the preservative has been diluted. I bought a preservative from the local market because I felt it was cheaper. When I checked the cost of those NAFTA certified vendors, it was a bit on the high side. And you will not believe, after a period of time, my product got bad because the preservative was not good. It has been diluted. So you need to look for people that sell real raw materials. Good thing about buying from NAFTA certified vendors is most time they will give you the expiry date of their product, the usage rate, everything you need to know about that product. Even if you are buying a small quantity, they give you the details of whatever you're buying. So you are sure of what you are getting. You are not buying something that is fake. You're not buying something that is diluted. You need to be sure of the raw materials you are getting, because the raw materials you use in your formulation have a great role to play in the outcome of your end product. Don't look for cheap products, rather look for quality. Choose quality because you want to make more profits. Don't go and get raw materials that will put you in trouble. Now your product is not registered. Try to get product from people that their raw materials are already NAFTA certified, so that you be sure you are giving out to the public something that is safe, something that is not harmful. You know, when you are just starting out, don't be after making profit. No, even if it's little profits you're making at that point in time, just start up with that. When you've made name for yourself, when you've made name for your brand, the money will start coming, because those people buying from you will be the one recommending other people to your brand. But by the time you are after just cashing out and you end up buying wrong products, buying wrong raw materials, starting wrong, your product, your brand is already on the way to crashing. Because by the time 2, 3, 4 persons give bad report about your product, your market is gone. Don't be too money conscious. Rather, think of satisfying your clients. When you satisfy your clients, the money will start rolling in. These and many more others that are not mentioned in this video are things you need to get started. But these are the basic things you need to get started. And before I leave, I want to quickly give this advice. Please, as you are making sales, be saving money. You still have a lot of things to do. Don't be in a hurry to start eating up your profits. You want to just start buying things and say the money is coming. As you are making sales, remember you still have to be taking your products to the lab for stability testing, because you are not going to remain small. You're definitely going to grow. So there comes a time that you not even be able to test your product on your own. You have to definitely take it to the lab for stability testing. So you have to save up towards the time. You have to save up to buy bigger machines for your lab. You also have to save up to register your product with NAFTA. When you register your product, you're confident of selling your product anywhere. You can just start up, even if it's just registering your hair butter, hair growth oil. You can start up with registering it one after the other. As you're making profit, save them to reinvest back into your business. I want to quickly do a wrap up of the step you need. Step number 1, put God first. Number 2, you need to have a why. Number 3, you need to learn how to formulate, understand your ingredients. Number 4, you need to understand the shelf life of your product. Number 5, stability testing. Number 6, you need to design a product label for your brand. Number 7, you need social media handles, or you need to also open a website for your business. You need to understand the legal aspect of your business. You need to register with the corporate bodies of your country. And the last but not the least, you need to look for good vendors that sell quality raw materials. Thanks for watching my videos, and if you love my content and you've not subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, because I'll be dropping more of this for you to grow in your hair care line. I'll be dropping more videos for you to grow in your hair care journey and also in your business. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, to like and to share. Stay blessed. Do have a nice time.